hit the button. Once you hit the button, then you're going. Hey, how y'all doing? It's Wednesday, people. It is hump day, baby. We're halfway through this week. Ain't no telling what's going to happen before Friday. But my day has pretty well been consumed up. I have not been in the TV today or seen the news. I have been busy trying to work on a broke down water pump. And it ain't fixed yet, baby. So, but I'm not about to miss a day. So I wanted to get in here to the shop and do my rant, baby, because there is something bothering me, and I want to get that off my chest while I was still thinking about it. But first of all, I got mail, baby. I got mail. I got mail from Panama. Thank you, Bear. That's my mailman. Him and his lovely wife. I've met both of them, and Bear, he sends me a text message if there's no mail. That saves me a trip into town, baby. And this time he wrote, John, you got a package. It's from Panama. You got to sign for it, baby. You got to be there before noon. Boom. Thank you, Bear. I got there, got the package. And sure enough, shit, it was from Panama, baby. It's from Karen Sager. And let me get this, Boquete, Panama. And her friend Lisa sent me a package. Here's a beautiful card. Let me see if I can zoom that in up there where you're at. Wouldn't you like to be on that beach, baby? That's the Cayman Islands. And let me get this right. Lisa comes from the Cayman Islands and lives in Panama. Karen is from California and now lives in Panama. And when they're not bitching about Donnie, they're watching my videos. They sent me a delicious, baby, there ain't nothing in this. This is just the box because I done hit this thing. It's a Tortuga Caribbean rum cake, baby. And I mean to tell you, moist, and it's a beautiful taste of rum. And they also sent me La Vida del Cafe coffee, baby, Panamanian coffee. So I'm gonna haven't made the coffee yet, but I did not hesitate to hit that rum cake, baby. It was the first thing came out of the box. We opened that up, and baby, I started slicing. Thank you, Karen and Lisa. We appreciate it so much. A taste of the Caribbean, baby. What can beat that? There are a couple of expats down there, but they're still involved in politics and still hoping for the best for our country while they live up the life and soak up the sun in Panama, baby. But anyway, that's what we're all trying to do, is hang on to our country, baby. We're all patriots and we love this country. And we will fight for this country. Don't have no doubt about that shit. Our voice and our vote are powerful weapons. And we have to make sure we use them, baby, because Donnie's setting the stage for something. Johnny's doing the same thing he did in the 2016 election. He's getting ready to claim foul. He's gonna scream and holler and bellyache when he loses his ass if he makes it to 2020. Again, if he makes it there. But they sure are cocky over there thinking that he is gonna be the runner. So, well, let's play that way. But I think that Mueller and the Southern District of New York are really going to put a few holes in his boat. Donnie Ann on a tweet storm. Boy, he was really upset too because he cranked out a bunch of them. But there was one that just really caught my eye because it signals what he's going to do. He wrote in his little Twitter, the Democrats in Congress yesterday were vicious and totally showed their cards for everyone to see. I don't know about everyone, but 81 of them sure did get a good hint, didn't they, Donnie? When the Republicans had the majority, they never acted with such hatred and scorn. Are you shitting me, you little turd? Ever since Obama's second term, baby, the Republicans had it locked up, baby, and that's all they did. Anyway, he goes on to say the Democrats are trying to win an election in 2020 that they know they cannot legitimately win. There you go, baby. He's setting the stage for all his little minions, his little cockroaches, his little right-wing nut jobs, the down hardcore little Trumpians. That if he loses, it's not because he didn't win, it's because the Democrats rigged the vote. It's illegitimate, and they had millions and billions of illegal voters, because he still believes that. He still believes he won the popular vote, if not for the millions of illegal voters. I'd like to get a good look at what goes on inside his brain. It's nothing but a vile cesspool of hatred and scheming. He's thinking ahead. He's trying to set the stage, and he's not the only one. His campaign press press secretary, Donnie's 2020 campaign press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany. Yeah, she's on the same bandwagon, baby. She said that these desperate Democrats know they cannot beat President Dickie Boy in 2020. So instead, they have embarked on a disgraceful witch hunt with one singular aim: topple the will of the American people and seize the power that they have zero chance at winning legitimately. There's that word again, baby. Legitimately. That's the song they're going to start singing. This is not a legitimate election. I will not step down. Is that the next line that comes after that? Is that what you're planning there, Donnie? Because that's the talk of a lot of the people in this country. Is Donnie Boy going to step down if he is defeated like every other president we've ever had? But the thing is there, baby, we had people in our White House, although we may have disagreed and at times were dishonest, they were at least honorable men and held to our Constitution. Do you think Donnie Boy's going to do that? Do you think Donnie the dictator is going to step down just because the Constitution says so, baby? I'm not too sure. And that's the talk that has been going around that bothers me. It is this thought, this idea that people have that no matter what happens, he's not going to step down. He is not going to step aside and relinquish his power. He's narcissistic, baby. He thinks he's the only one. He is the chosen one, according to some of them. And it goes right down to the press secretary. Sarah Sanders said a radical leftist fringe is controlling the Democratic Party, and they know that's not enough to beat the president, so they are going to look for other ways to do that. What are you saying there, Sarah? What are you saying, that we're going to look for other ways? Impeach his ass. That's the only way I know. And get him in and have the Senate convict him of the crimes that he's committed. We all know that. What we just sat a poll. Hell, almost everybody in the country thinks he's a crook, except those diehard Trumpers. That little 37% of his popularity over there. Those little minions, you're never going to reach them, baby. Those are a lost cause. The rebel flag waving and just ignorance. The ignorance of that. You'll never get rid of it. We can only hope that there are still conservatives who think they're conservative, who used to be conservative before the conservative was turned into a slime word for neo-Nazis and white supremacists. That's who's taken over the party, and that's who controls the party I've seen. That's what I think, baby. This man ain't going to step aside willfully. He's not going to succeed an election when it's overwhelmingly a landslide. It could be a landslide for the Democrats, and he would still say cheat, rig, and all that. It's the same thing he does with our country. He tries to divide this shit. He lives in chaos, and he's told us that lots of times before. He loves to pit one person against another just so he can watch them. Well, now he sits in our house, and he's watching us pit one side of this country against the other side. But there's something wrong in the air. There's a smell in the air. It's shit. It's crap. And all those 81 letters that get out, plus more. All those investigations that the Republicans refused to do. The Republicans who stood by and were complacent in this man. They assisted him with the destruction of this country and the destruction of our laws. He thinks he is above the law. He doesn't have to abide by any subpoenas, any requests. You can't indict a sitting president. Really? Even if he's a crook, even if he's a thief, even if he sold us out to Russia? You can't do that? Bullshit. The people can indict him. And if the people indict him, the Republican Senate will have to do the same. When his crimes become public, when it's all laid bare for everybody to see, that's when it's going to happen, baby. There's more coming. There's more coming. It's the whole stinking family. And we knew it before they went in. This man rode to our house on a wagon of hate, of racism, a visceral hate for Obama. And they'll burn this country down before they let a Democrat in there. Anybody associated with Obama, they'll burn this country down. And that's the crutch of it right there, baby. Their willingness to turn their back on the truth, to turn their back on our fellow citizens in this country, to stand up for the rights that we value in this country. They're not going to do that if they're winning, and they don't give a shit how they win. Lie, cheat, and steal. That's the Republican Party. We have to be better than that. We have to come forth with a vision. All the agenda. He's over there talking about, well, why are they doing the witch hunt instead of infrastructure? Why didn't you bring up infrastructure in the first 2 years, you asshole? No, it didn't serve your purpose. I saw another story about 8.4% decrease in the average return on your taxes nowadays, and it's getting bigger every damn time I turn around. Yeah, that tax cut wasn't for you, baby. And it never has been ever since the Republicans have been in there. It has never been for the working family. It's always been for the 1%, those riches, those corporations, those that control those people in the Senate. That's who gets the big bucks. You think Mitch McConnell got there because he looked pretty? No. He sold us out long time ago, baby. He stomped on the Constitution when he refused to give Merrick Garland a vote in the Senate to confirm him. So yeah, they're disgusting traitors in my book, and they have been ever since Obama was elected. That was the first thing Mitch McConnell came out and said. We have to keep him to a one-term president. We have to obstruct everything he does. That's the Republican Party. And they have not changed a bit, except now, baby, they're going to start playing this blame them for what you're doing. They're going to cheat every damn which way they can. They're going to try to block voters. They're going to try to suppress them and close anything they can do. Steal the vote, you bet your ass they'll send a crook out like that Harris guy out in North Carolina. Just send them out there to steal the vote, period. That's where we come in, baby. We can't let that happen. We cannot let that happen. That's why this show is important. Bob Kincaid's show is important. Tim Cormall is. Leo is. Richard and Joe. All of them have using their voice for a reason. It's because we can all recognize what's happening, and the only thing that stops that is our voice and our vote. When we get pissed off and fed up with enough of this shit, well, we have a tendency to show it. And I think that time's coming pretty near, baby. I need to get a letter off to my congressman because I have a letter going up in my head. I told y'all I was going to write one, and it is, and I'm going to ask him the basic questions of when does his moral values kick in, because he's not using them right now. Anyway, that's about all I got. I'm sorry I got a messed up water pump, and I got to get it fixed, baby, or we got no water. So that's the highest thing on the engine, and I have to get that done. So I will be here tomorrow night on our Thursday family live meeting. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I need to perfect. I need to get more people to call in, our Blue Mountain members, and I know we have Skype, and we just have to figure out how to connect more people in there, because I want this to go in a wider net than we have been casting in. So yeah, there's things we want to do, and we're going to try to improve it all the time. Some of this stuff might have to go because my tools are all up under there, and every time I have to go searching for something, I have to move everything. So we're going to move this stuff upstairs, and I might leave a few things down here that don't get in my way. And of course, my flag stays, so it's been here a long time, baby, that POW flag, so it stays. Anyway, that's about all I got. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Like, share, subscribe. John Bernaville, Blue Dot in Texas. All that stuff on YouTube, Facebook. John Bernaville Speaks, Blue Dot Family. Go by there and join the family and give Candy hell. She's going out for a margarita tonight. Today's a margarita night. She's very religious with that. Good for her. I like it. At Blue Dot in Texas on Twitter. Out my truck window and anywhere else we can keep the message going. No, I can't forget to hit the button. That button is hard to remember sometimes. And it shouldn't be, but I get the closing, I forget to hit it, and Dennis Valadez would get after me if I didn't do it. Anyway, we want to thank all our Patreon members. We gained a few last night during the live show. We really appreciate that. It might come in handy on a water pump pretty quick. Anyway, life, baby, it seems to get in the way sometimes, but you just got to keep on going. That's all you can do. Anyway, y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.